Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Meiji Restoration, where we're currently playing as the Japanese Shogunate, but we have aspirations of playing as the Japanese Empire in Victoria 3. So we have consolidated the islands of Japan. We are slowly growing our economy. We currently have a very strong government in place, but I think it would be ideal for us to start really trying to move towards something else. We don't have much ability to pass anything here. Very few of our people in government want to change anything that's going on, so let's go ahead and stop suppressing them. We need to get the Shogunate out of power. And we're not really going to be able to do that without suppressing them. And the samurai have very little control of what's going on. So I am going to start trying to chip away at the Shogunate's political strength by switching to a dedicated police force, because the local police force actually gives the landowners strength, while a dedicated police force does not. So let's start trying to do that. We do have some buildings queued up, so I'm just going to let them go. Our military is still pretty good. We still don't have a navy, though, so that is definitely something that we should take under consideration, potentially building up a couple naval docks. Yeah, see, we're going to have a lot of trouble enacting any of these laws as it stands. I'll try professional army. Who deserves the credit? Let's try and give the rural folks some power. We can stop improving relations with them. That's going nowhere. Enactment time is not what I need. I need enactment ability. We can go ahead and drop some more taxes, since we're doing good on money anyway. Low taxes means happy people. Alright, we're going to try and bring in the intelligentsia and see if we can get anything done with them. There's still not much of a chance of anything. Oh, man. Let's try and get property women through, because that'll give us a bigger workforce, which would definitely be helpful. Do we have any government administration buildings queued up? We do. I'll get another one going, though. So we will see if we can push this through. Man, no luck whatsoever. What about some appointed bureaucrats? Boost up our farms further. I could probably pull off another construction sector or move up to like iron frame buildings. How much is that going to cost us? Quite a bit because we're not going to have enough iron. We can't import any. And that's going to be a little draining for us. Let's go ahead and put out that service tax again. And the liquor tax. That'll get us back in the positive income-wise. Oh, let's see what happens if we try and let this pass. Because we definitely need to get these laws through somehow. Expensive government goals, tools, and iron. We got some more iron coming. We're going to need more tools. Which is going to require more iron, which is going to require more tools. Hope you're seeing what's going on here. Okay, what is this? The bureaucratic struggle. Okay. Okay. Our bureaucracy is definitely struggling quite a bit. Quite a bit. Keep boosting up our farms. And let's build up a couple more government administration buildings. Because we're going to need them. What journal entry do we have? Path to Liberalism. Alright, we're getting our chances up. Let's keep trying to push for appointed bureaucrats. We'll stay focused on this for now. I'm going to suppress the monks for now, and maybe do some bolstering of the rural folk. It's going to slow down the enactment on laws, which isn't necessarily ideal, but since we have so much authority, we should be using it. Alright, we'll use the Shogun's power. Hopefully we can get this through. Some appointed bureaucrats would be absolutely wonderful for us. Would be absolutely wonderful for us. Alright, so we finally have fixed our iron issue. What if we start doing wrought iron tools? Iron goes back to being expensive, so we're going to need to build up a little bit more iron for our iron mines. Alright, and hereditary bureaucrats is through. So that is quite the bureaucracy deficit. We're going to have to overcome that. But overall, I say that's a pretty big win when you consider how we're doing. Because that will very much weaken the Shogunate quite a bit. I'm thinking about dropping the Colonial Affairs Institution because it's actually costing us quite a bit of bureaucracy at this point. Can also go for some private schools. But we can't really afford another institution at the moment. That would definitely radicalize the samurai. We need to do something to get the samurai happy. Yeah, we'll try and do the dedicated police force again. That would weaken the shogunate even further. We have Romanticism unlocked, and now it is time to really push for some of these tier 2 things. So I definitely want those 3 right away. And then we'll get the military caught up. And then sure, we'll go for medical degrees and banking. But it's definitely important for us to get a little farther ahead of time on some of this stuff. That will really help our country grow quite a bit. Intensive agriculture, so now we can do some intensive grazing as well as enriching the soil a bit. We'll at least do some on a couple of these locations. Alright, so those ones are too much, but that's fine. What about tools? Let's get some harvesting tools going too. Anything to boost us up. Anything to boost us up. Okay, that is... Let's go ahead and boost up the rural folk again. Give them a real chance to get more power. And we'll unlock a couple of those as we go. I also think we should build up a navy too, so I'm going to build up like 10 naval bases in Kanto for now. That's probably not going to do much for us. I guess we'll stop trying to push that one through for the time being. And perhaps we will push through the... the National Militia. Getting them government administration buildings built up. I could go through and throw out another construction sector, I think. And we'll push it up to the top of the queue. Major General. That's fine. I will take their demands so that we can get that boosted. And yeah, we're doing a little economic growth, a little bit trying to sort our country out. We need to get, like I said, we need to get the Shogunate out of power. So weakening them is going to do a ton of good for us. A ton of good for us. Debate failed, lost a little bit of support. Getting more stuff built up. Yeah, overall though, not really anywhere we can colonize. I wonder if once we get a navy, if that'll let us really start going with the colonies. Tested government. Alright, there we go. That is a boost again. National Militia. Okay, let's try for the dedicated police force once more. We should be able to get it one of these times. Trying to work on our bureaucracy a little bit. Yeah, iron is still quite expensive. What is our market looking like? What is our most expensive good? Luxury goods, fertilizer's a little pricey. Groceries are a little pricey. You can throw a couple of those onto the back end of this. And then that's definitely not good. We'll let this roll one more time and see what it does. Then I might jump and try something else. Standard of living is pretty much the same that it was. We are getting our literacy up a little bit at a time. And we are working on fixing our bureaucracy deficit. Great Britain demands that we submit to them and become their protectorate. If we accept that we will become their subject. No. Will not become your subject. Definitely some issues there. Alright, we'll stop trying to push that through once again. And let's try and abolish serfdom. No, that would radicalize the shogunate. We don't want to do that. Yeah, the big thing we need to do is continue to weaken the shogunate. And I don't know what other laws we'd really be able to pull off. To get them any weaker outside of, like, starting to vote. Should we go for landed voting? Let's go for landed voting. If we get landed voting through, we can really start to push for some change. Standard of living is still struggling quite a bit. And yeah, we'll just let things keep on building, keep boosting up our taxes. We could even go through already and, well, no, we want to get rid of the liquor tax. What's going to happen with this one? But yeah, that sounds good. Nitroglycerin. So now we need chemical plants. And chemical plants need sulfur, right? Iron and sulfur. So we need a sulfur mine first. Okay, build up the sulfur mine. And then build up a chemical plant. And yeah, we'll let that keep on building up. Government administration. We have gotten ourselves back into the positive, so our money is not struggling anymore. We're still trying to pass landed voting. And there we go. So landed voting is through. Apparently that means our flag flips. It's kind of funny. Horizontal is autocracy and vertical is a democracy, apparently. So the Shogunate opposes it, but it won't radicalize them. The samurai, on the other hand, it would. And our government's currently unacceptable. Now, I think we're going to wait for our election to try and pass anything else. And once our election happens, that will definitely help us out. Campaign financing. Who is the Constitutional Reform Party? The Intelligentsia? Yeah, we'll give them a little bit of money. So let's see who wins the first election in Japan. And we're finally building up the naval bases. The Imperial Rule Party, apparently. Everyone loves being under the Imperial thumb. And if we bring in the Agrarian Party too, there's quite a bit of enjoyment there. Yeah, let's see what that does for us for now. That gives us a righteous government, so it should be a little easier to pass some stuff. I can move from traditionalism to agrarianism. And I think that is a good move for us. Getting out of traditionalism is a very good move for us. We are ranked 37 in the world. Have we fallen that far? Are we being outgrown by that much? Man of Wars is an issue. So we need to change our shipyards to military shipbuilding. That'll get that fixed right up. Yeah, having a navy is going to be useful for us. It'll allow us a little bit more for expansion routes and such. We now have agrarianism. We're going to have to get out of isolationism still, but it might take us a little bit longer than you'd want it to. Let's go for a dedicated police force now to weaken the Shogunate even more. And we now have another bureaucracy deficit because of our law change. So we will need more government administration buildings. So we'll throw those onto the queue. Resource boom, huh? Awesome. Yes, Shogun, you would like for the Shogunate to be weaker. You really want it to happen. We are doing very good on money. And we now have a dedicated police force as well. I'm going to go ahead and put our military wages up since we're doing so good on our income. We can go ahead and build up another construction sector, and we'll tag that at the top of the queue. That'll help us build things a little bit faster. I do want to get to that chemical plant and them sulfur mines, so we're working our way there. And once we get some nitroglycerin going, that's going to be beautiful, absolutely beautiful for us. Line infantry, so we could upgrade our infantry potentially. We would need some small arms though, so we're going to need an arms industry as well now. Start that up. The Tohoku earthquake. I guess we'll spend money to reduce the devastation. And then, yeah, that services tax is coming back, as is that liquor tax. Whatever it takes to pay for that stuff and keep us in the green is good for me. It's a little more in the green than I expected, but it's fine. We could have also lowered our military wages, but not really much of a need for that at the moment. Let's go ahead and get an admiral in order. Am I currently trying to pass a law? No, I'm not. No, I am not. How would serfdom being abolished go? Doesn't look like it would go too bad. Let's try and abolish serfdom. We will see how the people take this. We can probably get at least one tick through before we decide to go for something else. I can stop bolstering you guys now that you're very strong. That'll help our law pass a little bit faster. Oh, and there we go. Serfdom has been abolished. So we're making quite a few strides now. That'll really, really weaken the Shogunate's power. We can also move up to per capita taxation, but that would radicalize the Shogunate. We don't want to do that yet. We could go back to serfdom. No, we're not going to do that. We're already on the dedicated police force. Agrarianism is still here. I think we're pretty good with where we're at the moment. Not really any laws we can pass, but I do think that's a good place to end this episode. So we've severely weakened the Shogunate's powers. We should be able to overthrow them at some point soon. And yeah, so I think that's a good place to end the episode. If you liked the episode, I'd appreciate a like. If you really liked it, I would appreciate a subscription, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.